Okay.
All right. Blessed to be alive, even though life is challenging. And today, actually, I haven't been sure if I would like to do another one. Yesterday, I kind of had a feeling to do it. And today, I felt stuck. I officially felt stuck, and in the short term, I felt very weird and lost today too.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I sent a message to Anja and Roger to, yeah, show the world that everything is okay, even though we're not okay.
Mm-hmm.
And on social media, on podcasts, and the media generally,
Mm-hmm.
everyone seems to be okay. Everyone seems to be perfect. Everyone, you know, like, or so many people just show up every time perfect. And what is perfection? Like, tell me, what is perfection? You know, in a world of separation where we get hate sent our way, or
Mm-hmm.
jealousy, or judgment, or whatever. Like, where's this perfection coming? Like, where's the perfection in all of that? And I believe there is perfection in it, even though if it's hard. So in episode 3 of the winning generation, I want to make very clear that winning is something very special, and we can always win something, even though when we feel mistreated, even though if we feel dishonored. And yeah, it's just time for us to be authentic, to be real, to be strong, even though when we feel weak, and even to show that weakness is strength too. So I
Okay.
know Roger has something to say as always. I
You
will
were you
let
were
him
you were
go for it.
you were feeling it, and you're feeling it for so many people because we go through when we're moving through changes as we are in our world right now. We're all going to be hit in different ways, and it's going to reflect back into how much do we are we owning ourselves. So we talked about authenticity yesterday, and the message I received today was about freedom. And freedom becomes when we can fully express all the crap, like you're saying, what you're feeling, all the down stuff, everything, because we all move through it. Yes, some people may look like they're doing okay all the time. We know that's not true because we all have to move through things. And what we're always encountering is our process of evolving and accepting ourselves in the next place where we're meant to go. And sometimes we don't do that, and I had to acknowledge that today because I'm watching the world here in the US especially, and seeing what's going on and knowing what's going on, but I wasn't owning it in a way that could be helpful to me or others. We become afraid of acknowledging certain things, and this has gone on for throughout time. And it was funny. I was telling Anya before. I was looking at someone who made some comment on Facebook, and I thought, I thought I knew this person, but they have obviously a different idea of reality that they're sensing, and I have to accept that, but it's not mine. And we each have to come to that place of accepting what is internal, what's within us to bring to this world. But we're at a time where that's going to be challenging, but it's also purposeful, because when we can come to a higher state of consciousness within ourselves, then we feel better and we can help so many others. And so much of that I was holding back. I did a video, Jarne, that I talked about Germany in the United States. I said, crisis in the United States and how we can change the world. See, because we learned from our past, individually and also collectively, what we move through. But if we're not acknowledging that stuff, that horrible stuff that we've done and we've moved through, how do we expect to heal it? And that's what we're meant to do, is to heal now. So you're doing it.
You know the depth. This is why I appreciate the conversations with you, Roger. Um, I haven't had deep conversations like you and I have with
Mm,
anyone else. So many conversations on this world are shallow
Hmm.
and I'm really living from that depth. It may sound weird, but I'm living it, and I enjoy it even, to go through that pain, like, because it's what's on the other side of that suffering is just grace.
Hmm.
So me allowing myself to sit in it is to become gracious within it
Hmm.
and to learn to transcend it through graciousness. And like, I mean, dishonoring sits deep within the collective. I love Richard's take on this, Richard Rudd. Like, it's the dishonoring is the shadow,
Right.
graciousness is the gift, and grace is the city. But we can't have the city without the shadow. So they're the two opposites of the pole. And I have this gene key in my chart, and I have to really sit in it a lot, and it's such a deep work for me to be contemplating the dishonoring of my own self,
Hmm.
of my own being, of looking away from my own fears, from my own guilt,
Yes.
my own
Yep.
shame, because I have it.
Hmm.
I can't like deny that I feel ashamed for what's happening on earth, or
Hmm.
even for things that I've done myself in this lifetime. So we all gotta be ashamed. Like, there's no way around feeling shame, and learning to come through that and learning to be gracious again, to be forgiving, to be compassionate is is such a key component. So
Let me
yeah,
tell you.
let's like, before you go, Roger, I'd like to have Anya's take.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah. Because this will be perfect. Because then I'll read this. Because she's moving. We're in this good place.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So today I woke up with a really, really strong anxiety about my financial situation,
Hmm.
about money, about
Hmm.
scarcity, about lack mindset.
Hmm.
And it was just piling up through the day. And it was so difficult. And I found myself so many times in this situation. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what
Hmm.
is happening? What's wrong with me? That was the
Yes.
initial thought. And then it kind of took me back in 2005 when first time when I heard the spirit talking to me. And, when I was one evening when I was editing my MySpace profile, and I was asking myself, like, what should be my username? What should be my,
Hmm.
profile name? And this very distinct voice came. It's like, Anja, you are free spirit. Anja, you are free spirit. I had no idea what that means. So it's like I just took it. I was like, okay, it sounds good. But now I'm really embodying the fact that I'm here to help people to liberate themselves from lack and scarcity mindset. And at the same time, there's this battle, like, how the fuck can I talk about this if I'm in financial situation that nobody wants to be in?
Hmm.
So, and it's like, you know what? I don't care. Today, I'm telling the world,
Right.
yeah, my financial situation is not great,
Hmm.
but I'm here. I'm here to help people to really free themselves from this
Mm-hmm.
limitation about lack and scarcity. I don't know how, I don't know when,
You're doing
but
it.
I know that's one of my roles.
Mm-hmm.
It's just by speaking about it. And so that's what I had to look at. And, we all come with different gifts, different things we're meant to embody. When tell people that, listen, I received this information and it's aligned with what's happening in the world, I can go back and on a particular day and find a message that's going to resonate with what we're feeling now. I can go back to 2008 on this date, and this is what I looked at this morning. um, January 30th, 2008. As you move through your day, you will encounter many different events, circumstances, and happenings, as it were. It would behoove you to pay attention to your reaction, especially emotional, to these events. You will gain valuable insight as to what you are up to creating, healing, or disposing of. They are all there for you when you are mindful of your feelings surrounding any of them. Your particular reaction, thoughts, feelings, and emotions are all creative, and you have given yourself these events to exercise your free will, which is to choose what you desire and therefore give your own personal truth to these events. They all offer you something if you are willing to examine them. Allow the answers to come gently.
Hmm. Yeah, gentleness is such a key. I mean, like every one of us, like, I mean, there may be a few people who have never had like financial, like, but most of humanity just like lack finances, like, could you hear me? I just like
It
saw
just
you
yeah, it just went
both
off for a second, but
leaving.
no, you're there. But yeah, you're right. It's like
Is the
it's just going to
connection
be
still in
different.
here?
No, you're good now.
I can't hear you right now.
Oh,
I'm good now.
yeah,
You're back.
Now we're back.
yeah.
Easy. So every one of us has experienced some financial issues, like it is, danke. It is like my cat is just walking around. I'm eating chocolate and she wants to have some too, but I can't give her chocolate, so I got her some chicken stripes. Um, and every one of us has experienced some financial lack before. So it is like, but the act of talking about it, the,
Hmm.
the act, and even from me on my side, to feel that shame, to feel that
Hmm.
fear of not being enough or whatever, like we all go through these stages of our life, and it's so important to share,
Hmm.
because like even the act of sharing and talking about it openly, publicly, deletes the fear
Right.
like immediately, because the only fear that we actually have is what other people may think of us.
Hmm.
Like it is such a strong thing of like not being enough in this world. Like, why do other people have this and me not? Like, what am I doing wrong? Am I enough? It's the enoughness,
But there's
you
the
know?
think about this. What if the real fear is how big you could be, how much you could be? What if
Hmm.
that? And that's what I had to acknowledge today because I said I'm sitting here with something that could change the world, and I had to say that because it could change anyone's life. But I'm not saying it. I'm not owning it all the time. Now, it could, of course, it took me a long time to discover it and figure out what it was, just as it does with everyone. But we're all meant to do something that's a little different, and we're going to hold back in some way. Otherwise, there would be no point. If we weren't holding back, we
Hmm.
wouldn't have that motivation to move to the next place. And it's just going to be different for each of us. And mine has been, and I had to say it today because when I can see people struggling and our world struggling, and it felt too big for me to say, well, wait a minute, I have the things that could change everything for everyone. But and I recognize people were everybody's not going to believe it. We're never going to get there in that way. But still, owning that that's what my life was supposed to do, that was challenging.
Like I had conversations with this, like with Anya about this as well. For me, I've never really had no money, like it always has been there, so
Hmm.
I I I I don't really I've never really feared at all at any time that I won't have enough tomorrow.
Hmm.
Um even though I had like minus in my bank account, like I just like don't have this feeling inside my system.
Hmm.
But it's like I fucking struggled financially.
Hmm.
I did. Like my human self like fucking struggled, And I still I feel like there's so much more of what I can have.
Right.
And I'm deserving it, and I'm allowing myself to show up for myself, and to be sharing what helps me to just like be happy with who I am.
Hmm.
Because actually, how many people can say that they're happy with who they are?
Right.
Like money doesn't matter. Like if I could, I told this to my friend today just because of what happened today when I
Hmm.
felt mistreated and I felt this. This, like, one part of me just like, I could go book a flight, go to Nicaragua, and just like leave the system. I could immediately. I would have like, but like something in me is just like calling me to fucking stand my ground
Hmm.
and to share and to be out in the public. Because
Right.
another part of me even said like, okay, you go hiding, or how would it be if you would hide? Or, like how mu much attention do you really want?
Mm.
But I have a fucking message to share.
Mm.
And
Yes.
this message is
Yes.
bubbling up in me since I was a child.
Hmm.
And when I was little, I haven't had the cognitive function to be communicating it. And my
Hmm.
brain yet is like, I feel like there's like so much happening in my development of my cognitive function and my ability to be able to really put my thoughts into words.
Hmm.
And the world just like, I just want to share what I'm seeing since I can remember coming on this planet. Because I could see thought forms, I could see emotions, like I could see the things that not being said but done.
Hmm.
Like, because people don't often talk about the things they do. They think like it's just a mask playing, or they think one thing and do something different. So their thoughts, their feelings, and their actions are not in alignment. And I
Hmm.
could see from a very early age that people aren't in integrity. People aren't in alignment. They're not having their spirit and their body in one.
Right.
They're like in separation. And this is also what I've experienced today, is separation. But what's
Now,
the point of all of that? Is that
but
I'm now at a
now,
point where I say, I'm fucking standing up for myself. I'm pulling myself out of this hole that I
right.
felt that I am in, this
Yes.
illusion of being stuck, even though my physical self may feel stuck at times, it doesn't mean that I'm stuck at all because God has my back. I decide to start talking about God because God has been with me from day one and will be with me until the last day. So who wants to stop me if I'm on a mission? And God is my witness.
Now is
So
the time.
now is the time, exactly. So the money metaphors, like I as a child I played around with how much money I would like to have. And I'm like, I want to be a millionaire. And I'm like, oh, fuck no. A millionaire, everyone can be a millionaire. Look at this age from today. Everyone can be a millionaire if you just like do the things that you need to do in order to become one.
Right.
But like, how much fulfillment is in this being a millionaire? And for me, it was not about the money. It was about what I want to reach with the money. So for me, I decided I don't want to have a million. I don't want to have 10 million. I want to have a billion. I want to be a billionaire. I played around with this when I was a
Yes.
child. Not because I want to rank myself one when I have 1 billion bucks. No, it's
Right.
because I want to serve the planet. And all the
Exactly.
money that I get is going back into humanity. And this
Yes.
is also why I call myself Jarne for humanity. Or why I have this name. It's not because I call myself this, but to show the world that what the fuck, if you give me money, if you decide to give me your money, I'm going to invest it into humanity. Because how many billionaires are hoarding their money, and it's insane, it's ridiculous. I'm shaming myself for this, you
Because
know?
the timing is
So
now.
yeah, the time is now. So Anja, I want to have your take.
Yeah, the word that is coming up is wealth frequency
Mhm.
recalibration. So
Right.
money frequency recalibration. And I'm not going to go into details, it's a rabbit hole
Mhm.
around money and the frequency and what's going on, what was going on. Uh, but the thing is that we are creators of our own reality.
Mhm.
And when I was talking about the anxiety, the feeling, the shadow, the situation that I was in, that I am in, I asked myself, what is on the other side? What is on the other side? I was like, hey, universe, hey, God, just give me more, give me more. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write it down because all these are gifts. So what is on the other side? So show me what is on the other side. And then messages came like, okay, so on the other side of this channel, the challenge is this one. So about the money, for me, it's about the freedom. That's
Hmm.
why I got the message, free spirit. You are free spirit, because a lot of people, they don't feel free just because of that, just because they are limited by money, just because they're limited by money here on earth, on material plane. Yeah. And also, I see myself like my higher self is guiding me, and like showing me this reality. For example, I'm not a person, I mean, I can be for a week or something, to go, I don't know, into the forest and live by myself or in like small community. No, I'm for massive things, I'm for technology, I'm for luxurious things. Like
Feel
I
that.
am here for expansion. I cannot be in small environments. I cannot, like my higher self is like guiding me, pushing me, like,
Mm-hmm.
no, and it's so ironic because I incarnated in one of the smallest countries in the world. you know, it's like
Mm.
Slovenia. It's the country, little country in Europe, and a lot of people, they don't even know that we exist. And I'm here, like I can feel my energy is like so expanded. But I live here in a small apartment because my financial situation doesn't let me to move into a bigger house or whatever. And it's so ironic. It's like, okay, so there's something about it. Yeah. Okay,
So
Anja, just embrace this situation and let's
you're
go
right
with
on
it.
time. The message for tomorrow is about abundance, and that's where we're moving into. This whole entire period is shifting everything. We've had in the world a great wealth and income disparity. We've always had it, and we're all seeing it. We've had it so much in the United States, people you can see, but it's everywhere. And so, but it's consciousness again. And so it's in money is again is energy. And so when we can embody more of ourselves and our authentic selves, then we move. However, we move through periods where there's great control. And that's what we've seen as well. All across the globe, we've seen the big guys who are going to control everything. And we are the ones who are meant to like shift that by deciding that we're important, that we matter. And so that was the entire thing. When I began this work, when I was told to put this together, it's like you're going to go through a period where people are going to forget who they are. They're not going to remember their importance. And so this work was meant to bring more people to a higher state of consciousness within them. And, I had to move through it all myself to be able to bring it, but everyone has that. And so the point
Mm-hmm.
was, when I listened to that video from last year, it says, we've given you something that could change your life and the world. Because if more people realize how important they are, then that starts to shift everything instead of feeling like the victims of our lives or the world. And that's what we've been seeing quite a bit of.
Yeah,
Hmm.
thank you. For me, like speaking about it is a big part of the healing.
Hmm.
To I would every time like when I feel like what the fuck is going on this world, like, and I feel lost or I feel mistreated, like what I
Hmm.
started doing is I started recording myself. And I started just to take the camera and to start talking about it, like privately or on WhatsApp, with my
Hmm.
contacts. And like so many people like I like or some even those who I thought they would be on my side are judging me for this or misinterpreting the words that I'm saying. And
Uh-huh.
I learned to give a fuck so much more because of that, because I don't have to please everyone. I don't have to speak in a language that everyone understands me. I don't have to hide myself. I don't need to change myself or any of that. I just gotta be myself. And the right people with the right resonance will join, and this is the most important part. So, this podcast, I'm so grateful for both of you, because I feel this is something very different than
Hmm.
everyone, like everything that I've seen before on YouTube or any podcast thing that goes around. And even, when people like Alex Ferrari or Emilio Ortiz or so like that,
Hmm.
those podcasts I watch a lot and I love it,
Hmm.
like, or Aubrey Marcus, like, if they
Right.
look at us talking, I bet they're inspired.
Hmm.
I bet.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
bet they're getting something out of it because it's authentic, because it's real. And they're also on the same mission as we are, I feel,
Hmm.
deeply. And it's time for us to come together to share no matter what's happening.
Hmm.
And I really call on more people to be able to share their fucking pain. Because if you out there like hosting a big show
Hmm.
and you're just playing like everything is fine, which you don't, but I've seen Aubrey Marcus crying on his channel. Like, I have respect for that because
Hmm.
I know this man goes deep.
Hmm.
He's going deep. He wants to know it. And
Right.
he's given a fuck about what other people think
Hmm.
of him. So my respect to that one.
Yeah.
And I think it's such a time that we all have to come out and talk about our pains.
It is time, and that is what we're experiencing and everywhere. The I just want people who are listening to understand this, especially in the United States, because it's been so confusing. But it's because we're trying to shift things. We've had a we've lived in a country that's had difficulties for the longest time, and we're not willing to look at why they're there. That's why I wrote this little article and put out the video today. They are systemic and they change over time, and they happen within each of us. We can't live fully as vibrant beings if we're still seeing people who are not doing well, because we kind of think, it just becomes in the collective consciousness. And so, but we will become afraid of that, or afraid of embracing that next part. And that's what I had to do today when I could see, wait a minute, this information. I looked at something else, will never be able to explain this, and I just have to accept it, that I received information that was aligned with the changes in the planets. I looked and saw there's a full moon on February 1st. And I look at the messages I have, and they're completely aligned with what's coming up then. And I couldn't have known that before. But it is something that I developed. And because it was so different, I wasn't talking about it, because we are affected by these changes that are happening emotionally, spiritually, however
Hmm.
we think of it. And so I should do a channeling session on that date.
If you
Can
need
we
anything, I'm with
can
you,
we call
bro.
it Willem now?
We should set it up.
We do.
Should we? Yeah, let's do it here. Yes?
Okay.
Let's do
We're doing a winning generation channeling session
Because,
live with Wilhelm.
oh, I mean, and I looked at okay, let me just find this, because I looked at the original message for February 1st, and it was, and I thought, this can't be accidental. And I've published so much of this, and it's a difficult concept. It was a difficult concept for me to accept, or anyone else, that there was
Hmm.
this alignment that I tapped into, but that's exactly what happened. And so when I go back to 2008, we moved through cycles in energies and all of that are affecting us, but we don't always understand them. And so that, because I've been given this gift, I have to start talking about it a lot more. And on the first, it is this. Um, um, as you continue, let's say, okay, as you continue with your desire to move beyond fear ruling your life, you will place in front of yourself all the perfect events and circumstances that would have previously elicited that very fear. Your only goal in your clarity of the present moment is to decide that this is this is exercise your free will, to let it not to let it overtake you, or make a completely different choice, which is to decide to love yourself regardless. The only thing that ever holds you from your greatest good is not making that very choice. It would be helpful if you decide to make this a game you play with yourself, rather than life or death choices, which in truth don't exist. You never die.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, and here 10 time 10x unicorn says,
Hmm.
love that. You cannot heal what you do not reveal.
Yes.
Whoa, so true. So true.
Wonderful.
So yeah, we're here.
Okay, so
And this
you'll give
is
me the time. for you that
We
works for you
do
guys?
it. We will set it up like this time actually, like how we met today, and the three of us, like 10 o'clock would be great. And we
Okay,
will set it up. We will create everything. We do the marketing and
perfect.
stuff like this. And yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So, the channeling session on the full moon, it's the first,
Yes.
yeah, of
Yes.
February.
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Yeah. So I really
So
feel
that's
like
wait a
it's
minute,
important for us
that's
to
Sunday.
one moment, yeah. It's really important for us to talk about it. That more and more people who are in the public light, and I call upon them right now
Uh-huh.
to show up and to
Right.
fucking share what's been difficult.
Yeah.
Because most of the people, like, and even the coaching scene, I had another conversation yesterday where I got a little angry and I had to point out some behavior that I do not tolerate, are those like manipulative coaching questions that are only for the one's own gain based on fear. So
Mm-hmm.
because they fear that you may not, yeah, that you may not strong enough to get what you want. So they're asking you silly questions in order for you to go into your own fear. I don't think this is necessary. I don't think that we need to ask anyone questions in order for us to justify what we believe in. I
Mm-hmm.
think we should only ask questions for the development of all, for the greater good of all, and to frame our questions in a way that are really beneficial and pure. So I really want the best for this person. I'm not projecting my fear onto this person.
Mm-hmm.
No, with my question, I want to educate myself and I want to educate the person that I'm asking the question. I don't want to direct this person. I don't want to
Good.
teach that person. I don't want to whatever. I just want to bring forth what helps us all.
Good.
And the coaching scene is such a bullshit at times. Like, I'm really angry about that. Like, you may feel that because there's so much manipulation going on. People coaching other coaches, and it's just a fucking rabbit hole that you will never go out if you don't stop like
Well,
without asking those questions. It's ridiculous.
but everybody's gonna, when I'm first, okay, when I'm doing Wilhelm, it's like, they recognize everyone's at a different place, and so it's just I just want people to come with whatever questions they have, and wherever they are, it's going to help everyone. That's what will come through.
Hmm.
So,
I only want to say, like, the message in this, what I'm saying is,
mhm,
fucking take responsibility of your own actions and what you cause. What you know, the consequences that you cause for
mhm,
yourself and the persons around you. Take fucking responsibility for your own thoughts and behaviors and actions and emotions and don't project them on other people.
right.
You know,
Well,
because
some
if
people
you're
don't know that they're
unsure,
doing it. Is what I'm saying.
yeah, they don't, but me calling this out right now, if anyone feels triggered by that, there is a reason why they're triggered by that. So you wouldn't be triggered by it if you weren't doing it. So, yeah, it's deep. I know I'm intense. I know maybe some people don't like what I'm saying, but I don't care.
Well,
So,
again, where everyone's going to be at a different place, and wherever that is, it's going to help all of us because we'll come to greater understanding. So, okay, so you're going to create something to be able to that
yeah,
will be
like we are doing it exactly as we do it now. We stream on 8 platforms. Or destinations. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We will do the live channeling session as we do here. You
so
like
it's
we
coming through
create a
on YouTube as
thumbnail.
well.
YouTube as well, yeah.
Oh, cool, perfect. Okay, good.
We're on YouTube as well.
All right,
So
so
we're
yeah,
on all
you send me the info, and I'll promote it.
easy. You will send me a text what it's about. Let Wilhelm give you something that we're,
Okay, yeah,
our theme basically for the day. And
okay,
I will look that I'm creating the thumbnail for it. And I think
okay,
this is
perfect.
all we need.
Good
Yeah,
deal.
easy. All right,
Thank
sir.
you.
Anja, you want to do say anything else?
And everything what you just said, both of you at some point. And like what is coming through now, it's on 10th of
Mm,
February is my birthday. And my intention is to create a completely new reality for me until 10th of
Yes.
February. And I know
mm-hmm,
it's happening. You know it's happening. I'm
mm-hmm.
just like, like, okay, now my structure, my nervous system, like I think it's ready. I know it's ready.
Mm,
It's gonna hold everything what's coming. So
I,
this is like where I am at the
I
moment.
yeah,
can, Jan, I can tell you
we're
what's
here
going to be.
with you.
I already saw it. It's now you can claim your new life. That's the theme for February
Mm-hmm.
1st.
Okay, so there we go. Now you can claim your new life, February
Right.
1st, live channeling
Exactly.
session
Yes.
and Winning Generation podcast at the same time. So
Yes.
let's do it in the mix. All right. So
Wonderful.
beautiful beings, it's time to give us a like and share this video with the people that you think need to hear it. I believe lots of people need to hear the message that we're bringing. We are the winning generation, each one of us, no matter which age, which gender, what we believe in, whatever. Like, let us let go of all of that bullshit for just one moment and come together as one humanity. Let's share
Yes.
love. Let's live in harmony and create this on this planet because we deserve it, and Mother Earth deserves it too.
Great.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. I love
amazing.
you.
Peace, guys. We
For
love
you
you.
guys. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.